and welcome to another edition of Kogi in Focus, your weekly review of government activities and happenings in and around Nigeria's confluent state. I'm Oluwatosin Usuji. On today's edition, Kogi State's government promises continued support for cultural heritage programs. Young adults warned of sickle cell dangers if failing to check their genotype before marriage. Father's Day was celebrated last week. When we hit the streets, we hear what the people have to say about the responsibilities of fathers to their families and society at large. All this and more when we return. Don't go away.
Nigeria's confluent state, the country's melting pot, where almost anything and everything can happen. From the governor to the farmer, from politics to entertainment, from the economy to sports and tourism. We've got you covered on these and a whole lot more on Kogi in Focus. Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of development in and around Kogi State. Stay abreast with what you need to know on Kogi in Focus. Kogi in Focus, reaching everywhere, informing everybody.
Welcome back. It was a colorful display of dance at the Youth's Cultural Carnival held at Ayingba. The Kogi State government, through the Commissioner of Tourism and Culture, Arome Adoji, called on the people to support government's vision of restoring the fading cultural heritage of the Kogi State's people, which will boost the tourism potential of Nigeria's confluent state.
We should shy away from decadence and thuggery. You should know that the ability and the capability for you to make the Ghana nation great lies in your hand. And I want you to understand that it starts with what we have here today at the Igala National Youth Carnival. That the government of Kogi State, led by His Excellency Alhaji Azaya Bello, is ready not only to support the National Igala Youth Convention, but also to support the Igala nation as a whole.
The convener of the Igala Youth Carnival and other dignitaries who attended the event used the opportunity to appeal to youths to be law-abiding at all times.
Integration, economic benefit, cultural integration, they are all success stories today. Everywhere we go, you understand, that synergy, irrespective of political, is what we are seeing today. And that is the massive crowd we are witnessing.
Especially the Igala youth is to shun violence. They should not allow themselves to be used by political, our politicians. They should not allow themselves to be used to kill their fellow Igala people or their fellow Kogites. We should work together to achieve a positive goal.
We use this carnival as a whole to address the way forward. The advice for the youth is that election is coming, and I guess we should all work together. Not any politician should give anybody guns to carry. We are not ready to carry guns. We want to be good people of Igala and in Kogi State.
Others described the carnival as another opportunity to bring Igala sons and daughters from near and far together. The following story is interesting in many respects. Victor Adaga is a carpenter who chose to establish on a mountain at Gadumo, 150 feet above sea level and close to the Kogi state capital, Lokoja. He said moving his workshop to a mountaintop cave was God's calling.
I'm here because it's God's direction. The job that I have done and the environment I stay, it look more attractive. Then people come in and buy and some will leave.
He called on government to create an access route to his workshop to enable him attract more customers. He said a recent accident he had makes his request all more imperative.
In fact, because of making here good, I start sleeping here. I forgot about my house. I start sleeping here because every morning people will come and drop some waste. They will shit, they will do all manner of things. You know, I start sleeping here until they stop. I'm not much comfortable because to climb here is so difficult for me now because of the accident. It affects my leg. So the climbing is difficult for me. But then, I'm more comfortable than now. If I can have any mix of putting road on it, I still like the area because here is one of the center of the town that if you make it fine, even the governor will like it.
And today we know that you governors, presidents, and ETCs of us will now come to see the beauties of this place and join hands together so that even in South Africa, they can testify concerning this Kogi state.
He also said if well developed, the natural scenery has what it takes to be a tourist haven. Doctors and other health workers want young adults on the verge of marriage to ensure proper blood genotype testing to avoid the complications of having children. The doctors said this during an event in Lokoja to mark World Sickle Cell Day.
You know that they are not so healthy to be exposed to hard labor and all sorts of things. So they are to be managed extra carefully. People with sickle cell anemia or sickle cell disease, they even get married. And you'll be surprised that they can give birth to children without sickle cell. After knowing their genetic factor, then they will now get married to somebody with AA. Then as he is SS, if you get married to somebody with AA trait, definitely both of them will be releasing whenever either the husband, if it is the husband that has that AS, when he releases that S, the wife will release that A, it will become AS. They can be giving birth to AS or AA. They will not have SS. I still come back to advise people when they want to get married, they should go and know their genotype before getting married. So they should go to lab, matured lab, not all these micro labs. They should go to a matured lab and have their test done before getting married.
The only way government could come in is the government should put more money so that they should take care of those having sickle cell. Because there are those people in the local terrain, they are having sickle cell disease, they don't know. There are some people in interior villages, they don't know what to call sickle cell. Some of them will attach it to some traditional belief diseases that one of these things happen. So let government make more publicity on sickle cell disease.
Others present at the event spoke on the importance of putting sickle cell martyrs on the front burner.
As a Christian, and I want to believe that all Christian denominations believe this because many have suffered it, because the sovereign of the member of the church, whether young or old, is the sovereign of the church. And therefore, today, in our own denomination, we cannot just wed you and your spouse without undergoing some test.
When it starts, it's a thing like in some particular cases, the whole family will have to run helter-skelter to see how they will be able to subside the pain. You can prevent it when it's raining during cold season. It doesn't like cold weather. And you have to wrap yourself, at times even down wearing of socks, not taking cold drinks, preferable hot tea. Make sure you go for checkup. You know when and when. Mainly it occurs when you have shortage of blood. And don't go to quack doctors for any treatment. If you have any treatment to take, you go to your doctor for prescription.
They complain of fever, they complain of any type of complaint, they should rush them to the hospital, because they don't take time before some of them die. Is it malaria? Don't leave it to lie down. Is it infection? Take them to the hospital. I don't advise home treatment. I'm advising the general public that before they go into partnership, that is thinking of having a life partner, they should bundle themselves to the hospital where they will do a genotype for both of them. And again, where you see a sickler, a complete sickler of SS and the other person, SS, coming together, it's dangerous. It's not good. Whatever they love is, they should call it a quit, so that they will not bring in children to this world that will come and suffer for what they did not bargain for.
World Sickle Cell Day is marked on June 19 every year to sensitize people on ways to avoid and manage the disease. If you are just joining us, this is Kogi in Focus, the program that keeps you abreast of happenings and developments in and around Kogi State. For your information, contribution, and advert placement, please contact us on the phone numbers and via the social media handles displayed on your screen. The importance of transportation in any economy cannot be overemphasized. Aside being the medium of getting from one place to another, it is also an avenue for job creation and economic empowerment. This probably explains why the number of women directly or indirectly involved in transportation is on the rise. We had a chat with Zainab Suleiman Ojoma, a female tricycle or keke napep driver, who is of the opinion that if given the right support, women can do the business just as well, if not better, than the men.
This keke you are seeing me inside now is not mine. I have to borrow it from a colleague because my keke has been faulty for the past 3 months and I have no money to put it in order. My appeal to the governments and the good individual that would like to help me is to please help me to get new keke. And as I'm here, I'm a widow. I lost my husband for the past 2 years. That is how I started this business. When I went out, there was no job. Each place I apply, they will say, I will give you a call. I will give you a call, and there's no call. That is how I started this business. I have 4 children. My fellow women, my advice to them is for them to come out. Any work that you see or any business that you see that you like it, I wish I'm a man, I would have do it. No, it's not like that. The men did not have 2 heads. We are having equal heads, so we can do it.
Rivers and their tributaries run in and out of Kogi State, which means huge potential exists for the growth of waterways transportation. The head of the Ganaja Jetty Workers Union suggests ways both private and public sectors operators can make money.
We have never recorded one single accident across this river because the union has been up and doing. There is a committee that is in charge of the operators. We used to avoid overloading, and we normally work with move with our life jacket. No life jacket, no crossing. 100 youths working with us, and that has reduced criminality, all such of vices. It has created employment for our youth. If you go across to Shintaku now, we have more than 100 also. My appeal to the state government, especially our able governor, our dynamic governor, Alhaji Yaya Adoza, to come to our aid. I've just mentioned his effort through the roads from Shintaku to Ayangba. He should also come to our aid in the area of Lund to our people, so that it will alleviate our suffering a little.
It makes it easy. It's very easy, because if you want to cross to Basa local government or the Kina local government, it will take you up to 3 to 4 hours before you can get to that place. But as you come to this place and you're able to meet up with the normal passengers and you cross within less than an hour, you're already in the Basa local government or in the Kina local government. So I believe this is one of the most easier means of transportation. The challenge we used to have at times is that when the passengers are not much on ground, if we come like this, it will take us up to 2-3 hours before we cross. But when there are passengers, as you can just see now, in the next 3 to 5 minutes now, we'll cross, and within 7 minutes, we're at the other side of the river.
He, however, said government has to take the need by providing the enabling environment and incentives for would-be investors. The efforts of the Kogi State government in maintaining peace and security is yielding results, as this has not gone unnoticed, especially amongst the business communities. Operators in the Central Business District, however, want the government to stay focused on its security surveillance activities.
We are thank God, as we are here now, there is peace. No any problem at all.
The market that is going very well.
We have succeeded in tightening up security, and we have literally ended the era of kidnapping, armed robbery, and criminality in the land. However, it is gotten only 90%. You still have 10 more percent to get. And that 10% is very important because only a few days ago, one or two kidnap incidents occurred, to my surprise. So I want to urge the government of Kogi State to please tighten the security further.
They say the presence of security men has contributed in no small way in boosting commercial stability across the state. Father's Day was celebrated in many places across the globe. On Sunday, June 17, the day is set aside for a reflection of the important role fathers play in the growth and development of their individual families and society at large. It was the central theme at a discussion at a church in Lokoja, where the pastor advised fathers to be more dedicated spiritually as they perform their role.
There's a way to correct the child. Every principle you need to raise your child is embedded on the Word of God. Don't do it outside of the Word of God.
Still talking on the significance of Father's Day, we took the discussion to the streets to aggregate views on what the role of a father really entails.
To make home okay, e.g. supposed to know what the children and other people are eating in the family, in the house, in the morning, and other things. And then the society is supposed to take care of some certain things concerning violence, and is supposed to go there and make a peace.
As a father at home and a father in the community, when a new man or a stranger is coming to, is locating to an area, you have to let the community to be aware that somebody is coming, a new person is coming to your house, which you don't know his background or her background. You have to allow the community to know, so that the community will assist you to take care of the person in case the person misbehaves or cause crisis in the society.
It is the responsibility of the father to cater for his family, to pay children school fees, to provide food in the house, and to provide whatever his wife needs in the family.
But majority of the father today, they have dodged their responsibility by leaving it for the mother. Mother, they want to run up and down looking for food, looking for what they could eat. While the man will just be relaxing. Some of them are just under the tree, playing Ludo, playing word, and shattering, and then talking, and then bringing unnecessary word. All these things, men are dodging their responsibility. And that is why children today have become wayward, because men are not taking their responsibility. Let me use myself as a practical example. The way I nurture my children, the way I groom them, the way I talk to them, it will reflect in the society. It will reflect. I must teach them the core values. If a father teaches children core value, how to respect elders, how to respect everybody,
how to not to discriminate. At the time this child goes out, it will reflect in the society. The child will not look down. The child will not discriminate anybody. The child will respect elders.
It makes sure that yes, the children are well educated and their movements are well monitored, and the kind of friends they made are monitored.
The father, you are the head of the family who directs, cares, and provide, and make sure that the children behave the way it's supposed to be, so that anywhere they mention their name, they say, yes, this is a good child. It's well upbringing from home.
You are the one that will see for your family. You see the future. You see whatever God wants to show you about your family. And you are to communicate it with your mouth to them. You are the one that will speak for them. You are the one that will speak against enemies that will come around your family. And even in the head, you still have the ear. You hear from God. Whatever God speaks to you, you communicate it to the family. You are the one that will provide the love needed in the home. You are the one that will provide the leadership role. You are a role model as a father. You provide a leadership role so that they will look up to you.
Is to make sure that my family is well organized in terms of giving them a quality education, in terms of having a conducive time for them, to train them, to lecture them, to tell them a way that they will behave, so that they will be good to me as a father and also to the world in general.
Just before we go, the Kogi state government has expressed its sympathy to family members, friends, and colleagues of Dr. Rosemary Chukwudubie, the head of the internal medicine at the Specialist Hospital Lokoja, who died on Sunday, 19th June 2018. The government, in a statement released by the Health Ministry, prayed to God to grant them the fortitude to bear the loss. The government, in the statement, also denied rumors that the doctor died as a result of non-payment of salary. And that's this week's package of Kogi in Focus. Make it a date with us on this station next week for another edition of the program. As I leave you with our usual parting shot, do unto others what you want them to do to you. Amoluwatosin Osuji. Have a great week.